Let's do the recording. All right, welcome everybody to this is Brian Swan, Unstoppable Family of the Unstoppable Tribe. It is July the 31st, 2014, and I'm excited to have you here. This was kind of like a little impromptu training, but I think this is well overdue, and I think with many of just how our tribe is building, man, just the momentum that we have, it's fantastic. And it was ready for this training, and it's really going to piggyback also with what Nathan put out for how he connects with new members, and his process is to help step people up in the most fastest and efficient way. And what I'm doing is actually taking it on to the next level from there, from his 15-minute video, and I'm going to show you that. Probably keep it about a half hour. This is only for all-in tribe members, so do not share this with somebody that's not all-in. It will not make sense. And the fact that in order for you to be here and to actually use these skills, you're going to want to be positioned at the utmost fullest where you can have these type of conversations. So it's a much higher level of conversation. I got to also just let you know, this is the first time. Rhonda's probably going to be very excited about this on it. This is my first time I've ever made any slides on Keynote. My first ever, so if I have some things a little weird, my bad. But you know what? I think it looks pretty good for this presentation that I'm going to do for you. And what we'll do at the end, we'll open it up for conversation, because I think there's going to be some conversation and some questions after that. Feel free to write your questions down in there at the bottom. I'm not going to look at them. My brother Todd, he'll be looking at them, and when we're finished, then we'll be able to address those questions. So anyway, how to effectively communicate with your new tribe members, and let me also put a slash on that to set the culture. And well, actually, that's my next slide. Here's a picture of our Unstoppable Tribe, the New Orleans Mastermind. And what's interesting is that this is, the people that are alive. Many of you guys have already been to one of our masterminds. We've had one in Orlando last year in October. We had a Miami one in Miami, or Miami one in January, and this New Orleans one was obviously through May 19th through 27th. And our next one is going to be in Orlando the last week, just before Halloween. I think the dates are the 20th through the 27th, something like that. Just make sure you check on that. It will sell out. I want to already just let you guys know this was the maximum. This was a huge plantation house. I think Rhonda right now she's looking at having 2 to 3 possible houses, but in order to do this, it's going to be bigger. We're going to have a few more trainers, and I'm not going to disclose anybody on who's going to be there, but we're going to have not only myself, Rhonda, we're going to have Jabril, the Chocolate Traffic Man, Mr. Think Outside the Box. We're obviously going to have Justin Berengia, the hippie Jedi. We're going to have John Pentworthy, if you don't know who that guy is. He's, I think, and I'm going to make some income disclaimers here. But our results aren't typical, so make sure you look at the income disclosure statements. So I'm going to just mention some things like, I think John Penberthy, he's actually had over like $400,000 within Empower alone. He's 21 years old. He spends 0 on marketing. We're also going to have a couple of our tribe members, both Nathan and Sarita. I know they're going to be training here at the next one, which is very, very cool. This is probably the most coolest thing, is that this tribe that we're creating here, in order for us to get to the next level, because to get to the next level, we have to be the most efficient, right? And that's why I'm doing this training, not only for you guys, for me, but to build us at the biggest, fastest possible effective way ever. Now, that was a lot of words there, but let me go through my intentions there, okay? So the intention of this training is to maximize our time in communicating with our tribe members, hence income-producing activities, right? This is going to be via Facebook messaging, Skype, phone conversations. What we're looking to do is we're looking to eliminate unneeded conversations, essentially wasting time, This is the biggest thing that will kill us, and if you're just wasting time, you're not going to be able to do the income-producing activities, right? We're going to develop our new tribe members into tribe leaders as fast as possible, right from the beginning. No tippy-toeing, because if you do not, what happens is when people just sit around and they ask all these questions, you guys know what I'm talking about. My whole vision of what we're doing with our Facebook group, and I'm going to go between the two Facebook groups in just a second, but our conversations that we're going to be having, and if you haven't noticed, they are heading to a higher level where we're not asking just dumb questions about, oh, I can't get this picture in right, or this blog, or how do I map my domain. We have all the tools for that. What we're going to be doing within our Facebook group, the thing is showing people and having the questions and pointing them in the right directions, so we're not wasting our times with, and I'm using that, I'll say foolish questions or questions that shouldn't be asked. Okay, so how do we do this? Is that we move people to get all in. And okay, and why do you ask, why do you get all in? Because the people that are successful in this business, they move towards that. If you notice any single person within our business, they are totally, invested in their business, in themselves, and they're going to be moving at a much higher level. These are the kind of people that we're looking to attract. So we have to move people from step one, right, to step, let's say B, C, whatever. But we have to walk them down a path, but it's the most, fastest and quickest way. And showing people, probably the best way to say it is so we can give them the best service possible. Because what I'm going to be sharing with you on this call is things that we are probably doing, and I'm guilty of it, Rhonda's guilty of it, everybody's guilty of it, and I had a long conversation with somebody earlier today about doing a disservice for the tribe. And when the tribe is moving and has momentum, we are moving, and if you notice, probably anywhere within EN right now, we have the fastest moving tribe, and there's a reason behind it, and I'm going to share that with you on this call, okay, of why this is, and it's creating that culture, right? So using the systems and the tools to the utmost effectiveness. I don't even know if that sounds all the way correct, but it doesn't matter. We do have a system here. We do have tools, and just wait to what we're going to unveil to you guys. This training is going to change a bit with what we're going to be releasing here very shortly on the videos that we shot just last week with Justin and Dee when we were in St. Petersburg with Jabril, and we're going to be these are going to be some things where people, they're going to move fast when people are coming in, not only with the system that we have, our marketing funnels. You're going to see what's going to happen. So I'm not going to veil too much more. So it's going to change, but the principles here remain the same. Okay? I'm going to keep on moving forward. Todd, just want to make sure, are you guys hearing me okay? Am I effective? You can see my screen. All is good. Give me a thumbs up.
Yep.
Can you guys hear me? Yep. Hey, am I making sense to you guys that are on the call? Can you give me some hands up? Because this is, I'm gonna take this call actually to another level after that. Let me see some hands. Yeah. 1, 2. Okay, here we go. There's some hands. All right. All right. So stop sleeping, people. I see the hands. Okay, cool. All right. The next step, I want to distinguish what our two Facebook groups are all about, because they're so different here. We have one, our general group is the Unstoppable Team, and we have two, our Unstoppable Tribe. And I think most of you have this, but I'm just going to be real blunt. This is for the all-in people. So you guys got your big boy panties on, and your girls got the big girl panties on here. Anything that we do, we want to have, we're sharing in our Unstoppable Tribe is, we're welcoming. I'm going to show this really quick on Nathan. Okay, Nathan shot a cool video just 3 days ago, and after he shot that, I watched it and I went, okay, there's just a few more things that I want to add to this to really maximize our time, okay? So here's what I want to show is that when you're in the first step here in the unstoppable or the all-in tribe, if you're all in, you get access to this tribe, okay? So just once it happens, you're in here. You are at, if you go to File, and then I just put this in here, it says 4 minutes ago, Nathan Buchan's process for new tribe members. Watch this video, very key. So I'm just going to build upon that, and here you have a little video of his screencast. It's a 15-minute one. It's a 15-minute long thing. I know he got cut off, and he could have went for probably about another 10 more minutes. I'm essentially going to go I'm going to go much further than what Nathan did. So before you go any further, you may want to just stop this video and watch Nathan's video right now. So in the All-In Tribe, go to Files, Nathan Buchan's process for new tribe members. Watch this video. It's 15 minutes long. It's fantastic, okay? And this was actually created from Nathan from a conversation that I had with him when he was on the boat, I believe, in San Diego, on Keith Palmentere's boat in San Diego, and I was sharing my vision. I've got to know Nathan very well over these last 6 months. This guy left his plumbing job after about 6 months ago. He was in San Diego for 5 days, and I think he had a $6,800 5 days in San Diego. And then when he got back to New Zealand, he had another all-in, or maybe 2 all-ins. I don't know. I think he might have hit the 5K or the 5-figure mark for a week. It's awesome. I love him. Watch that video first, and then come back to this. Okay. So I'm going to cut back right to what the groups are for and what they're for not. Okay. The all-in group, this is where the higher level conversations have, and that I typically don't put much in the all-in group whatsoever, unless if I want you guys to essentially comment or to add to a conversation that's in this group, our regular group. Because what happens is that when somebody gets started, from the day, the moment they buy a blog, we add them in. Nathan actually goes through a very cool thing on welcoming in right here in step 1, welcoming in. I'm not going to go through any more on that, but once you do that, what we do, all of our new people are going to mimic exactly what we do. And I want to let you guys know everything, this is so key, I want to drill this into your guys' head, is that even if you know somebody, like a personal person, a friend of yours, and you're talking to them, and they ask you, just tell me what to do, tell me what to do. Well, every single thing you do, you're showing them exactly what they need to do. And if you go to explaining everything to them, spilling your guts, and making something way harder than what it is, they're looking at that in turn and saying, man, can I do that? And what you're doing is you're doing a disservice to them. So we have a system, right, where you put them onto a and we're going to be having our own sales funnel here. You can put them onto one of the Empower ones right now, and that's what we've been doing, having them sign up, etc. But always just think about that. This is so key, is every single thing that you do, they're playing in their head that they're going to have to do the exact same thing. So if you're making it complicated for them, they're making it complicated, and they're probably not going to go any further. So we plug them into this system. Okay. So what is step 1? Here's the thing with Nathan, because this is our conversation that we had. Nathan likes to connect with people and have a lot of messaging back and forth. And I've had this conversation with him. I said, you're going to get to a point where you're not scalable anymore. And he's realizing this, and this is why he's created this whole video and the system, is to have people walk through it, right? And to where, before, just going back and forth with messaging, probably these 3 key words, just remember these. Less is more. Less is more. Less is more. So when you're connecting with people before they actually sign up as a blog member, a business owner or business partner of yours now, You can have the Skype back and forth. But one thing I want to share with you, and this was the thing that I shared with Nathan, if they're sharing some real cool conversations with you, and I got some examples here. I'm gonna show this, and you guys have seen this. Well, for the live people, you're seeing this. Otherwise, you're gonna really notice this if you're hearing a recording about a month or two from now, and you're gonna see these kind of conversations all the time, because our conversations are gonna be high-level conversations. Okay. Believe me on that. I'm setting the culture here. We already have a culture, but we're taking it to the next step. We have a lot of momentum, and we don't have time for just silly questions, okay? So anyway, Nathan, this is a good point, and I want to reiterate this. He says, okay, once you get started, I'm going to help you, but get started, and then I'm going to be back in contact with you, okay? Watch this video. I'm not going to go any further into it. One step I wanted to add within Nathan here, and I think this is very valuable, is these last 2 weeks we've done the weekly tribe calls. They have been so powerful. We've had signups, and I know so many of our tribe members have had signups from the weekly tribe calls. Nathan says what he wants to have them do first is watch all of the 8 core commitment videos. What I'm doing is throwing another little step in there before they actually do that, because we are a tribe and we're very connected to our people. And I can't think of another thing more connected than what we've done these last 2 weeks in these weekly tribe calls, these hangouts. They're so powerful. So the only thing, I'm not taking anything away from Nathan, I just want to add one thing, and if it feels right, throw this in. But for anybody now, what I'm doing before they even go to the 8 core commitments, hey, watch this hangout first. If they've already watched it, cool. The next thing, because they might have got started from there, then go to the 8 core commitments. But if they haven't, have you watched this hangout yet? No? Great. I want you to watch this hangout first. Get back to me. Because what it does, this really solidifies our tribe connection. They're getting a connection before they actually, it feels like we're speaking to them, because we are speaking to them. And I like to have that one little interim step before they go to the 8 core commitments, because we're handing them off to Dave. They got started with us. So that's the one step that I want to just throw in there, and I think it's so powerful. Keith, I know you're on this call. Keith, I like to also put people onto my Perfect Day video, and that's one of my follow-up sequences. That connects the people with me. If you haven't been through my Perfect Day exercise, I'm not going to pull it up on here, but just on YouTube, create your perfect day, unstoppable family, and you will see my Perfect Day exercise. It's powerful, and it connects people on a much higher level, well, obviously I did that one. You can utilize that, utilize us as a tribe while you are getting up and going. All right, I'm talking fast, I know that, but these are some cool steps. Nathan also has a survey in here. We are actually implementing a survey before people actually even get started into what's going to be released with our new funnel system. So I'm going to leave it at that, but for right now, utilize Nate's survey questions. What we've done in the past before people have had business plans, which we're going to have one next week when we're with Justin and Dee, before we fly down to Panama, we're going to have a new one really to give an update and also show people, because here's another thing, is that we want to let people know since about a month and a half ago, we've had the $2,000 discount. If you went all in before, it was like $5,100, $5,125, and if you go all in within 72 hours of getting started, there's a $2,000 discount. It's at $3,000. And then after 72 hours, then it's a 7-day window where it's like $4,000. And a lot of people can get deflated on the fact, oh, I missed this window. Well, no, you did not miss a window whatsoever. We're going to make it apparent in our Hangout, so stay tuned to that one. I've been putting people onto an old business plan. But we want people engaged, taking action right away. But these are what the next steps are. Nathan says, here's a survey. You can get those questions right away. Okay, and we'll have the questions on through our tribe funnel system. Okay. All right, I want to share this with you. This is very cool. All right, I'm sharing these screen screencast with you. And Nilafar, she's got to love this one because I see you on the line here. But this is a very cool thing, and I want you guys to really take notice of this and why I did this. This is very powerful because it does things on so many different levels. I didn't write this out, but I'm going to share this with you. And hopefully I'm not butchering your name, Nilafar. But I actually had a conversation with her on Sunday, and she was telling me that, you know, I'm ready to do this, and I'm like, okay, cool. She's sending me these Facebook messages, and I'm going to show you another one right after this. But this is the one I want to concentrate on first, and why I did this. Right? Please welcome Nilafar Safari, and I hopefully I'm not butchering your name, to the All In Tribe, and I'm doing this in the regular group, not the All In Tribe group. When I introduce somebody in the All In Tribe group, it's like, hey, please welcome, and that's it, right? It's in a higher level. But we want to show people, first of all, that there's activity, there's momentum. We want to give everybody recognition, okay? And they deserve it. They deserve the recognition. And then also, it's not just between us. This is amongst the tribe, because the new people are going to see this and go, wow, look at this. Look at what she's done. I'm going to just, I can read this really quick. And this is a bit of a message she sent to me the other day, and I wanted to share this. On the edge, she says right here, if you're looking, I'm taking notes and enjoying every bit of it. On the other hand, the all-in timer is ticking, and it's kind of putting me on the edge. This is exciting, because you know what? Other people that have just got started are going to be able to read this, and they're going to be able to identify with exactly what Nilafar is saying here. And that's why I'm putting quotes on quotes. I'm sharing it. If you are getting unbelievable conversations on a message back and forth, share it within our tribe. I'm going to repeat, share it within our tribe, as long as it's in good taste. If they're giving you something just where you're not supposed to share it with anybody, don't do it. And what I do a lot of times, like, hey, do you mind if I share this with the tribe? And pretty much 90, I would imagine, I've never had anybody say no. They're like, yeah, go ahead and share it. So there's so many different facets for this. I'm giving recognition, right? You're giving recognition. You're sharing it with all the other tribe members. All the other tribe members, especially like the all-in, they're going to be like, hey, congratulations. Maybe give a little bit of what, you know, going all in did for them. And you guys are already doing that. And what happens is all the new people, they're doing exactly what you're doing. So if you set the culture right from the beginning, that's what they're going to be doing. And if they're seeing posts like this, they're like, well, heck, maybe I should do that. Going all in puts people in the best possible route of being successful. What we have here, these products change your lives. These masterminds, our tribe masterminds, change people's lives. Ask any single person that has been to a mastermind, have the Unstoppable Family masterminds, have it be Orlando, have it be Miami or New Orleans, and if you don't have life-changing experiences, I haven't heard of one. And this is what we're showing. So look at this. Look at this. What I wrote here. So I give the credit here. And then I said we look forward to seeing the Orlando Mastermind this coming October. And what I do is I'm showing this this video for a New Orleans Mastermind. Dan the Man, Video Man, he's going to be at the Orlando event. He's going to be shooting more film there. These are incredible, crazy, unbelievable videos that when somebody watches this, so Nilafar, this message isn't necessarily for Nilafar. It's for everybody else within the tribe. I hope you're getting this, because this is so freaking key. And so what I want to share, why I have Sarita right on the other side of this, is that I actually did a thing with Gabrielle. She says, hey, she's ready to go all in. She missed her window or whatever. She still made it happen. Do you see what Sarita did? She never asked me about this. But with what good leaders do, good tribe leaders do, they see something and they mimic it. Right? Do you see this? Please welcome Gabrielle Morrison into the all-in. She copy and paste right here. I love it. We never talked this, but she's so excited, blah, blah, blah. And then she gives her own little taste on this. You know, this is like anything. You get swipe copy, but you make your swipe copy your own. If you notice any swipe copy that I do, I switch the subject line, and I typically switch this first line in there, so I'm not looking like everyone. And if you're just copying and pasted every single thing from welcoming into people like this, man, it's going to look a little robotic and a little bit weird. But you see how Sarita, she does this right from the beginning, and then she gives her own little spin on it. I'm so excited, and then she adds the, hey, especially tribe bonuses like Rhonda Swan's Deep Rengia's Branding Workshop, and Justin's and Jabril's. Holy cow! So what are other people looking at? The brand new people that just got started, they're going, oh my gosh, all in training bonuses, tribe bonuses. Rhonda and Justin, she has clickable links. They can go look at their sites. Justin and Jabril, holy cow, these are some big name hitters. I want to be a part of that. Are you seeing what's happening here? You have to use exactly it. You're doing a disservice if you're having not only some conversations. That's why I did quote unquote with Nilfar here, is that I'm also showing that, hey, you know, we're people. There's one thing that will never go away, and it's that personal connection with what we have. If you're having a phone conversation, I had this with my brother. Let me just see my next one before I go any further. Okay, cool. And the reason this came out, I had a conversation with my brother over the weekend, so just like 4 days ago, and my brother, Todd, and if you guys don't know who Todd is my right-hand man. He's my brother. He's 4 years older. I've known him from day one. But what he does is, after somebody gets started, he welcomes them, asks them a few questions. He asks them some key questions on, hey, how long have you known, how long have you been connected with Brian and Rhonda for? Just a very key question. My brother's taking notes on this. Okay, you've been connected. What made you pull the trigger? These are such powerful questions. What made you pull the trigger? And they're going to tell you what happened to make them actually pull the trigger to getting started. Another question is like, okay, so you got started. What are you looking to do? What is your monthly income goal? What's your yearly income goal? Whatever they tell you, you write it down. Well, what's that going to be used for? What do you want to do? Why do you want that? You write that down. And what happens is when you're welcoming, when you're going to see my brother doing this nonstop, and he does this already, he just started doing this, is when he's welcoming people, he'll put a picture up there, follow Nathan's video there, he puts a picture up there and has a bit of a conversation, right, with what that conversation they have. Because not only are you welcoming, and everybody in the tribe is going to welcome them, but then that new tribe member is going, wow, look at all this freaking, and you know what, Rhonda told me not to say freaking, so I'm not going to say that again. But they are looking at that, and when they get the overwhelming responses from everybody, they have to be saying, wow. And then when you put in their exact words of what they want to do and why they want to do it, we're doing what 98 to 99% of the other marketers do not do in this industry, and that's listen. And when you can repeat back what you listen to and then put it in writing so it doesn't go into outer space, when somebody's in a moment and sharing with you something that's so powerful, because when people get started, they're in a moment to where it was a very powerful decision in their life. And if you can replay it back to them and share with them what they said, they're like, wow, these people do care. These people listen. And what it also does, it holds them accountable for what they put out there. Now, we can't force anybody to do anything, but if they wanted to, let's say if they wanted to make 8K so they could be with their family and go do something, you want to put it back to them. And then what's going to happen is our other tribe members is, wow, that was the exact same thing that, I can relate to you on that. That's what, I was looking to do when I first got started way back when. Hopefully this is kicking in. Hi there, honey. Hi. Hopefully this is kicking in with you. I realized that I was even on my, I don't even have the webcam going. I'm going to throw my webcam on here really quick. Rhonda's always good on that. But let me just throw my webcam on anyway. All right, cool. I'm not even sure. Sure. Let's see. Okay, we're right here. Hey there. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to pull this back up here. So let's move on to the next one. Am I? Can I see a little hands? Am I making sense here? Am I going too fast? If I'm going too fast, just replay it. But is this making sense to you guys? Yeah, I got some hands. Cool. This will take we're setting the culture. If you guys don't, if I can really put it to you, we are laying down a foundation of how the conversations are going to be happening within our group. Okay? So the things that we're doing are the things that the new people will be doing. And when we have momentum, people are getting started, and it's basically the norm for people to go all in, we're going to have people moving at such a fast rate. And once again, I know no other way to have people be more successful if they do not, in fact, well, they have to, when they go all in, that's putting them at the highest level of success. People that just tiptoe in the water and try to, if you notice, I got another thing. I didn't put it in there, but if you notice that video that I put of Nathan and I, let me see if I can pull it up here really quick. And do a search really quick. You guys will see this everywhere, but I'll do a quick search for you guys. Nathan Buchan, okay. And look at this video right here. Making big decisions. If you've noticed in the Facebook group, when people, even after somebody has actually purchased went all in, I will shoot this video because on this video, it's in making big decisions and taking action for your life. And this was just a conversation that Nathan and I had back a couple months ago when we were in Bocas del Toro, and really going through on how nervous and scared he was on going all in to buy the Costa Rica 15K formula, the Masters, how nervous he was when he did it. But when he did invest himself all in, something changed. And when he did that, one thing led to another. I challenged him. I said, come out. If you're going to come out and go surfing, why don't you make it to the Miami event? He did it. And you know what? When you put yourself in that uncomfortable zone, and you're just, and this, he had to pull strings to make this happen. But now look at the kid made, 8K or something in the last week, and he's living the life that everybody dreams of as a 23-year-old kid. He's doing it. But why I always, when somebody is like, hey, they're thinking about going all in or something, I will always put this video in there. You've probably seen me post this everywhere. And if you have somebody, instead of like, well, here's why, I'm going to use an example. Oh, here's why you should go all in, because, the products I've learned and, they've just been amazing, and, blah, 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 blah. The best way to actually paint a picture is use something else like this. So instead of me telling somebody that, hey, it's the best investment you're going to make and this is what it's done for me, I just show a video of Nathan, me and him drinking some beers and cocktails on a sunset in the Caribbean island of Panama, and him really, he had no idea that I was going to film this one, but I tell you, it's one of the most powerful videos ever. And you know what? It takes you off the hook. It takes me off the hook. Hey, just watch this video of this kid. Do you see how powerful this is? So if you see every single thing I do, I want to let you guys know this. Every single thing that I do in Facebook, in that Facebook group, I'm not there to chit-chat and just hang out. I'm doing every single thing with a reason and a purpose. And when you see me just posting this video out there of Nathan and I just chilling out, there's a reason I'm doing it. And after somebody, April the 16th or 17th. So me Kiwi friend, me mates, we're having cocktails for sunset, even though the sunset has already went. Anyway, I'll spare you on this, but watch that video and don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to use it, especially if somebody's teetering on, hey, I'm not sure what to go all in or not. Hey, you know what? here's somebody that I want to introduce you to. You've probably seen them on a Hangout or in the Facebook group. But yeah, this is the conversation they had, and just have them watch the video. Is that making sense, guys? This is way more powerful than you think right now, because this is where it's at. You take yourself, not you explaining, but you can share what other members of our tribe are doing. If you look at a lot of my posts, man, I'm freaking pumping up Nathan, I'm pumping up Cerrito, I'm pumping up the brand new people that are having their first sales. Why? Because that's what matters, the people that are just getting started. We've been in the industry for a while. You know what? We've just had our, 110K we generated in 4 weeks. Big deal. It's not a big deal. But man, when the person that's brand new, just quit his job, is making sales, that's a big deal. And that's what it's about. All right, I'm pumped up on this. I love it. All right, cool. Let me share this other one. Savvy Woman, Savannah, out in West Oz. Okay, I'm sharing this with you because this is a conversation I had, and she was sharing some incredible messages with me. I actually asked her if I could share this, but she went to bed, so I put it up, and she said it was all cool afterwards. But it was all good stuff. It was powerful. It was very powerful language, and I want people to know that it's powerful. And I'm boosting her up. I want to make sure that she's held accountable for this. And so what I did was I took my Facebook messages. I could have just kept this in my Facebook message just between the two of us. But what good does that do? You know, if there's something that you shouldn't be posting, don't post it. Make sure it's the best judgment possible. But look how powerful this is. So I said, could you please welcome Savannah, a.k.a. Savvy Woman, to the All-In Tribe, hailing from Western Australia, blah, 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 okay? All right? I want to share these powerful messages with you I've exchanged with her over the past few days. Hi, Brian. I've just sold my car to get all in. Seriously, it is a bike riding for us for a while. So excited, Savannah. How powerful is that? You know, when people are on the edge of, let's say, I don't know if I should do it, or I don't have the money, this woman just sold her freaking car to do it. And if she sold her car, and I'm so excited to do that. Do you not want to share that with everybody in our tribe, the universe? Because not only are we sharing it with our tribe, I'm replaying it back to her on why she was excited in the first place. So when she reads this back to her, she's like, wow, that is powerful. And you know what's even more powerful? When you have about 20 to 30 people making comments, wow, Savannah, that is awesome. You know, this is the best decision I made. Whatever it may be, you're going to put your own words. How powerful is that? And they're going to replay it in their mind of why they did it in the first place. And she lists it all out here. I want everybody to know it. I'm doing a disservice to our entire tribe if I do not give this to everybody. Because you know what? It steps everybody else's game up to playing full on out. And when people have a issue or something of, oh, I'm doing this, hey, read this post. Hey, watch this video. Hey, do this. It takes you out of the equation. You don't have to explain anything. In fact, the more you explain, the more you repel. What is it? You sell, you repel. Leverage other people's stories. All right, so this is a woman that's within, that purchased directly from us. Okay, Savannah, awesome, congrats. All right, so here's another thing. Nathan introduced this guy, Phil. Phil, if you're on the call, awesome. Can't wait. This is a kid that from New Zealand. He's living out in Perth, so I have a connection with them. I have invested interest in him because I think he passed up like a Costa Rica to me for when he went all in, and he did not share this with Nathan. But I sent him a friend request. I'm doing that for all the people that are going into our tribe. I'm maxed out. Just FYI, I'm maxed out at friends. I'm deleting about 5 to 10 people per day. The only people I'm adding right now are people within our tribe. So I want to connect them with them. If you went to New Orleans and you saw Dave Wood speaking on the VIP day, he was talking about essentially building a tribe. And how do you connect with people? Like, for instance, he's connected with Nathan. What's the best way to bring somebody up that's brand new? Man, let me connect with them. So I connected with Phil. I sent him a friend request, and right away he sends me this message. Hey Brian, thanks for the ad. I've been stalking yours and Nathan's videos for a while, blah blah blah. And I'm like, cool. Whose video did you see first? I wanted to ask. He said I saw it on Nathan's Facebook. Great, because you know how with Nathan and I and anybody within our tribe, we're gonna have communication back and forth. So we're cross-pollinating. I'm like, sweet. He knows how to. And here's where I bump up Nathan. If you can edify. All right, here's another thing. There's so many key things. Can I get some hands if you're following me on this? Because there's so many different things I'm talking about on here that are powerful. Any more hands? I want to see. Okay, now we got some people. I'm talking to you. Sweet. What I'm doing right now, if we can all do this, just freaking pump up our people. I go, sweet. He knows how to market and track the right people. No, look at, he's the right people. I'm edifying Nathan. I'm saying, man, Nathan knows his crap, and he does. I go, have you ever watched this video yet? What do you think that video is? That's the video of me and Nathan having drinks, sitting at Sunset and Bocas, and how scared as heck he was about ready to freaking go all in. What did this guy say up here, Phil? Man, Phil, okay, I will be going to the bank tomorrow to try to organize some funds to go all in. That doesn't sound too freaking convincing to me. Just try. Well, that's just words. He may be brand new on this, but I love it. I have some spare time at the moment with putting much information in my brain, blah, blah, blah. Sweet. So what do I do right away is I eliminate any self-doubt by putting this video right here. This is no accident that I'm doing this, okay? I'm putting that up, holy cow. I want to put him into a moment of where Nathan was on how freaking nervous he was, but is the best decision. Great. Yeah, I saw that before. Looks like an awesome location. That video was pretty much the decider for me. Glad you and Nathan made it. Dude, this is a 15-minute video that Nathan had no clue that I was going to shoot this. I said, follow me down here. I got a video that we got to shoot. I guarantee you, this video will make Nathan probably 6 figures plus, and it's going to make you guys a ton of money as well. Because what we're doing is we're not selling. We're showing exactly what we're doing, and we're doing it through video and resources, so you do not have to sell. We want to make our time the most effective. I'm going to go back to it, to what I said before. And the most effective thing that we can do is to have income-producing activities. It's not to do any freaking technical questions. I had a conversation about this earlier, and they sent me a video. If you're watching this, you know who you are. I'm not going to say the name. And I said, all technical questions. This is a Facebook message back and forth between us. I said, all technical questions go in the Facebook group. No, but I want to have you see. And I'm like, okay, this must be a serious thing. And I looked at it. I knew the answer right away. I could have told her in 2 seconds. I actually had a 10-minute conversation with her and said, I want you to post this. I don't have to look anymore. I know what the result, I know what's wrong, or what it is, and I could tell you right now what it is. But I'm going to do you a disservice. I'm going to do the whole tribe a disservice, because you know what? It's probably a question that's happening within the tribe as well, and people are going to learn from the question you're asking. 2, there's so many facets for this too. You're wasting my time. Because what is my time the most valuable use for? Right? Income-producing activities. And if I'm dealing with a question one-on-one with you, I can't be building our new tribe videos. I can't be building our tribe resources. I have to be on a higher level. So to be asking these questions, and I also said, this is key. Todd, you're going to appreciate this. I said, do not ask my brother this either. That's not what he's there for. And what she said was, well, I want to make sure I'm not asking, a foolish question in front of everybody. I'm like, well, maybe you want to do a little bit more research on it. We're training people. We're training people, okay? We're training people so they can be efficient. If you were at Dave Wood's training in Charlotte on the last day, and I think it was the Charlotte, we're doing a disservice if we're able to just show people and give them the answer. No, figure it out. And if not, pose it to the group. Because there might be the question for somebody else. The most effective thing that Rhonda and I can do is build the higher end level stuff to give the resources to you so we can grow massively. Believe me, it's already happening. You're seeing it. There's a reason why we're able to hit the top of the of the last affiliate contest, because we had a tribe and we trained people right from the start. And if you're training your people right from the start, you're going to have high-end level conversations. People are going to move from start to finish. They're not going to be asking questions. If there are some major questions, great, pose it there, and everybody within the tribe is going to learn from it. So by you answering, everybody there, if you're answering technical questions between messages back and forth, you're doing them a disservice, you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing the tribe a disservice. I'm sure you're all following me on this. I'm pumped too. Anyway, I don't get pumped too much. I'm kind of like pumped like Rhonda. And that's, you know what, I was about ready to make a couple more slides, but that's it. What I'm going to do, yeah, that is it right there. I don't think if I missed anything. Let's see, Todd. Let's see if some questions, and if why don't you guys put your hands down if you have some questions. Feel free, and then we'll wrap it up. Cool, smart, awesome, laugh. Yeah, you share Nathan's video right after they are in when they are processed. Okay, so Mirabella, I'm going to actually open you up too in case if you want to ask it. You share Nathan's vid after they are in. Absolutely, I do not share Nathan's video, or yeah, the Nathan's video. What we're talking about is me and him sitting out on the dock in Bocas. I only share that with somebody who has already at least purchased the blog. Now, I don't share it right away. But when it comes up to a conversation of like, hey, you know, I'm thinking about doing this, you know, I'm a little nervous, I see the timer happening, that's when you throw that in. But never throw that video unless if somebody's already started, because it will make absolutely no sense to them whatsoever. Does that make sense, Maribella?
Yeah, it does. And this is actually apropos because I got a text message from one of my teammates asking me that she was curious about what kind of results I've gotten so far. And you know, I just kind of let her know, you know, I got my vision for my life back, and you know, you have to plug in, and in order to get results, you have to be in action. And I was going to send her this link now. I mean, she just has the blog, and that's it. You know, because I feel like I kind of attract people actually right now, and this is what I want to shift about my target audience is people who are, you know, they are just ready to take action. They're not going to be, you know, wussies. And not just be like, hey, like I see where Nate was, and now I see where he is now, and I'm gonna have to do those same things, you know. Cool.
You know what, Maribella, you know what? I apologize for not responding back on the video that you put out there, but I want to make a comment and give you a little feedback on there from your, I think it's your bridge video. I did watch it. I watched about half of it, and just to FYI, everyone, if I was to watch everybody's videos, I just can't do it. Rhonda and I know Rhonda does it a little bit more. She gets a little bit crazier watching, but let me give you some feedback, if you don't mind, on that video.
Yeah, I haven't posted it anywhere because I don't love it. You know, I know okay. I'm going to shift a lot. Yeah.
I don't love it either, and here's why. Let me just give you this, Maribella. Let me give you kudos on this. Is your landing page looks awesome. Love it. I don't know what kind of testing you're doing with it, but I love it. Your video, what happens, and if you, and this is kind of training for everybody that's on here, you're going to get the training when you're at the Unstoppable Mastermind House. But the first 9 seconds of your video is the most powerful. I want you to go through, we have it in our Unstoppable Tribe, the whole, and let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Within our All-In Tribe, I think we get the video structure on how to structure a video, a well-structured video. I want you to go through that because what happens on your first, I think 20, 30 seconds, it's like, are you like me and how to struggle or something? And it may be totally off, but I just want to share this with you. There's got to be something like on how to structure. I know they have it in the group here, but something like on how to structure your video. You want to grab somebody's attention right away, Maribella, on versus have you struggled, have you done this? People are like, oh my God. You don't want to bring that out, okay? You want to show something of first of all, this is why you're paying attention. You know how Dave Wood says it, like this is why you should pay attention to this video. You know, you want to grab somebody's attention of how you're going to help them. What is it for them? Not of are you stuck? Are you feeling me there?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to go through I'm not going to go any more on that. I want to keep this nice and tight, but go through the structuring wherever it is on how to structure a video, the whole story. It's going to be the most stories to share with your list. It's somewhere in here. I know it is. And Rhonda does it in her branding workshop, so she has it in her branding workshop, etc. But go through it, every single one of you, because you know what? I even have to go back through it again. You're telling a story, but you want to grab people right from the beginning, so they're going to watch the video all the way through, not just going into somebody's woes. Your landing page rocks. I loved it.
Thank you.
Cool?
Yes.
Yeah, you got it. And you know what? I opted into your list to see it, and I dig what you're doing. You're putting the video. I think you need to have a bit of more of how you're connected with us. I'm not sure if I missed that, but something on how you're more, kind of just besides one of our videos, because I've only been through your first 2 follow-up series. I like it. It's clean, easy, and they can get started right from there. But maybe have something of how you're connected with us to tie us in together would probably be beneficial as well.
You mean from the first autoresponder?
Yeah, we can. Let's take this. This is a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
We can talk on that later. All right. Let's see what else. Yes. Cool. Nilafar. Am I saying your name right? Let me pull up you. So we had the conversation. Am I saying your name right, Nilafar?
Hi, Brian. Yes, you are. Thank you.
Cool. Beautiful. Do you mind me using you as an example there?
Sure, no problem.
Did you mind that I used you here?
Oh, no, not at all.
Cool. Do you think it's powerful? Did it do something to you when you actually got to read this back in front of everybody and have everybody respond?
Definitely.
And how are you going to respond to people when when you're posting this? Like, you're going to be doing the exact same thing, right? You're going to do as the leaders do, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead. Go for it.
I was just going to say that I think that that momentum that you mentioned is just so powerful that I think everybody who will be joining your group in the future, I think even their momentum is also going to be your momentum in a kind of a way because you have inspired them to join you.
Absolutely.
So whatever message that you're going to write there together with their message is also going to look very powerful to other people who are going to read it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. If you look at it, everything that I'm going to repeat this, everything that I do it very strategically. Now I do a lot of things in a half-hearted way, and a lot of the stuff, it look like it's, I'm just winging stuff. I have a lot of it very thought out, and I do it for a reason. And I'm building a culture within our tribe, and this is why we have a tribe. And so when we're doing this, we're building that culture, right? We're showing exactly how we operate here. If you guys have noticed, especially the people that maybe been around for a while, we're not having these low-ended questions as much anymore. They're getting phased out. And the more that we do these powerful high-end conversations and sharing it on this, people they're not going to ask, there's not going to be just crazy stuff. It's going to be on purpose posts, right? Are you guys feeling me on that? And I'm glad to actually be hosting this right now. If there's any other questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up. But congratulations. You know what? And the reason I wanted to bring you out there is I actually challenged you. And she wrote a long message. I'll share this with everybody. She wrote me a long message, and I said, I don't know if this is for you. And I took her back. And she was kind of mad, probably. She was. She said, what do you mean? She goes, like, how dare you? Well, I challenged her. I challenged her because I'm not looking to work with everyone. And now Rhonda goes over this so many times. And I had somebody saying, I asked them, like, who's your target market? And they're like, my vision is way bigger than that. I'm looking to work with everybody. Oh, my gosh. I'm not looking to work with everybody. In fact, I hope I repel so many people because we're only looking to work with a certain group. And when you're looking to if you appeal to everybody, you're going to appeal to no one. And I set you back because I wanted to share it with you, like on how I felt. And she goes, why? And Nullifier goes, why do you think that this may not be for you? I didn't say it wasn't for you. I just said it may not. I said, well, here's a couple words I used. It was something that she had in her thing, and I challenged her. And she came back even stronger. And the fact, Nullifier, let me ask you this question. The fact that I challenged you a little bit, did that make you a little bit more hungrier? Maybe more, a little bit to like, I'm going to prove him?
Yes, absolutely. I'm the person that if I want to go for something, there is nothing that is going to stop me. If I believe in something with all my heart, all my mind, and all my soul, then that's the most powerful tool, or that's the most powerful thing I have to go forward. And nothing is going to stop me. I'm going to challenge everything that is going to come my way in order to reach my ultimate goal.
Yep. I didn't baby you whatsoever, did I? I was actually doing the exact opposite, right?
Yes, you were.
Can't wait to give you a hug at the Orlando Mastermind. People, I want you guys all to be as strong as possible. And if you're going to kick some people away, it's good that you kick some people away. And I mean this in the best, utmost respect to people. We're not looking to work with everyone. I'm not looking to work with people that just want to get the blog and step their toe in the water. I only want to work with people that are putting themselves in the best position as possible. I don't care if it happens in the 72-hour window where they get a discount. I don't care if it happens in the 7-day discount window. I don't care if they do it a month later. But I want to only work with people, and I am only limiting myself to working with these kind of people because you guys deserve my highest caliber of training and creativity to make stuff so we can grow. If we have a bottleneck to where I'm just responding to people trying to like, hey, you should step up to the inner circle because it's this great, I'm doing everybody a disservice. Right here we have a tribe, right? This is a tribe. This is powerful. Look at this picture. I want everybody to look at this picture because it's so freaking powerful. This is something where we started with just over a year ago. Nobody was a tribe member besides maybe a few that we've been connected with. We built this from ground zero, and we did it in a short amount of time. And you guys are building your own little tribes below, and you're all one part of our tribe. And that is what makes us so freaking powerful. If you can't tell, I get excited on this crap. So anyway, all right, cool. Let me. My teammate just texted me back. This is Maribel. Your mic's unmuted too. If you want to come back up, so I'm gonna get ICA and affiliate very soon. As she just got paid. Cool. Cool. Did Maribella? Did she listen? I think so powerful. If you notice, what I've been doing on a lot of. Let's just look at this really quick. On like the Facebook group. So only high-end level conversations going into the all-in group. Basically, the only time I post something in the all-in tribe is, hey dudes, get off your butt and and make a comment in the Facebook group. Okay, I'm not sharing stories or anything or friggin' in the all-in group. That's where it happens in the regular group. Okay, and they're gonna see people are seeing, observing. There's nothing more powerful also this than when somebody gets started and when you welcome them. I'm just going to share this. Let's find somebody. Look at this. So Matt Roebuck, he's sharing his brother in here, but like you get 16 comments. Cool. You see what I do in here? And I'm not always able to comment on everything, but I like to do that. Like, hey, welcome to the tribe. Welcome to our Unstoppable family. A lot of times I like to do that just so they can see like, oh man, these guys, wow, they got a lot of connections, and they've been around for a while. So if people don't know us, I like to throw that out. And then the next thing I like to do is, hey, did you watch our hangout from yesterday? Be sure you do that. This is so freaking powerful. If you have not watched that yet, watch it. These tribe freaking things, and you know what? I can't say freaking anymore. Now I got to be observant of it. But watch this, man. It's so powerful. And look what happens. So this guy is going through, holy moly, look at all these people that are blasting it. And what's cool is like when somebody who got started the day before, and they get all these comments of welcome, welcome, welcome. And the cool thing is when you actually, somebody else gets welcome, and you see them welcoming, they're going to do exactly what everybody else does. And as long as it's real, it's authentic, right? Be real and be authentic. That's what we're about. I love what, and we're fun. We love to do some fun stuff. Cool for sharing that. I shared this on how to run a serious internet business. I have one other point here. Here's a cool thing. And I saw Regina post this right away. And I do, my posts are when I do this, it's very strategic on how I do it. So Regina, like this post if you have your tickets for the event. Comment below why you think the events are so important. If you haven't already been to the event, last one, first thing, because I was up very early this morning, and I said, if Rhonda wouldn't have dragged me to our first event 9.5 years ago, wouldn't be traveling the world for 5.5 years. I wanted to respond back to Regina. Regina is a tribe leader. I'm going to give her the utmost credit here. And what else can I do? Oh, I'm going to throw out a video of one of our masterminds. So anybody sees this, it's for everybody else to see. And when people get to see that, it's awesome. So everybody on this call right now, I want you to go to the Unstoppable Tribe. I want you to reply back to this because there's only 3 comments. Me, Sarita, and Rhonda. Respond back. Maybe put a picture. Maybe put a video if you got a video from that, because it's going to push it back up into the news feed, up to the top. It's a good question. People need to go to events, people. That's another thing I'm going to share with you. Events are where it's at. You know that. And I actually challenged, what's his name's, Matt today. He's like, oh, I can't make it for that. We're going somewhere else. I'm like, well, maybe you should bring your lady and go out to Orlando. And, I'm going to challenge. I challenge Nathan. And I tell you what, when I challenge, some people may get ticked off. And it's because, you know what, I know what's going to work. And if people don't get challenged and they don't step out of their comfort zones, they're never going to take it to the next level. Flat out, period. I'm not here to handhold anybody anymore. I'm going to share this other thing with you. This is kind of cool. So Rachel Smith, she went all in with Nathan. But the cool thing is, here's the cool thing. You know what? Where she's at on my register? She is a pass-up sale. Thank you, Nathan, for that. And Rachel, thank you for paying me for Masters. And what did I do? You better believe it. I'm going to give a little friend request to Michelle. And why am I doing that? Because, man, I'm incentivized because if I can help this Michelle chick, can you believe she hasn't accepted my friend request? I'm going to have to unfriend it. But it's in my best interest to freaking have her, I can't believe I say it. Now I know I'm saying it. For her to be successful. So I'm giving her a friend request. I'm saying, hey, these Kiwis are going crazy. Welcome to the tribe, Michelle. Did you watch last night's Hangout? Look at this. When I'm doing this, and I know that she's watching because she's already responding right here. This is key, guys. This is so key. You can say, hey, welcome, welcome. Do something a little original. You know what I really like? Let's see if I can get one. I like Peter, Anna Dabrowski, and hopefully I'm saying Peter right. Usually when they're welcoming Anna's husband, he'll put like a picture of them. I think it's awesome. I think it's cool. Let me throw you out another thing with Ann. Okay, Ann, she's been trying to hit up everybody. Oh, look at Ann accepted my friend request. That's hilarious. Right when I was saying she hasn't accepted my friend request, that is freaking funny. And I just freaking again, I can't believe it. All right. Think it would be the most helpful. Don't go into people's, you empower people. You don't, what's the word? I'm trying to think. You empower people. You don't enable. Do not enable people. She's just at the blog. Okay, great. Hey, did you go to last night's Hangout? When they ever have a question about anything, oh, how do I set this blog up? The next question, this is so key. instead of answering anything, hey, did you go to last night's hangout? Watch that first. I'll get your question answered, but watch that first. Come back to me. Great. What did you learn? Right when they come back to you, what did you learn? Well, I learned this, this, and this. Great. You know what we're going to do? We're going to get to those questions about map domaining. My brother actually has a fast start training call that answers all that. But here's one thing that I've learned, and this is what my mentors, Brian and Rhonda, actually said to me. You got to build a foundation first. And before we get into any of the technical aspects of it, what you're going to want to do is go through the 8 core commitments. And once you go through that and you listen to every single one of them, take notes on it, get back to me, and I'm going to show you exactly how you do that domain mapping or whatever it may be. I'm playing a little role play here, and so that you're not enabling people, you want to share with them something. And we're like, no, just give me the question, give me the answer, give me the answer. No, do this. You are the leader. What you're doing is that you are showing them how it runs here. You are the leader here. And if you're enabling and just giving answers, you're doing a disservice to them, to yourself, and the whole tribe. All right, cool. All right, that's it. Oh, here's another thing. Why did I do this? So my first thing in the morning was, I want to spotlight. I'm not going to put a picture of myself up. I did it early in the All-In Tribe, but I can do that. But why am I putting Nathan up? Because he's rocking. He's got a funny face on. But I want to share the psychology with you guys on this. So I put this up here. Hey man, if you missed last night's hangout, watch it. Number 2, I'm hosting a special All-In training today. Think about this, guys. If you're not all in, you got to be wondering why there's this special training for the all-in, and it's immediately following Rhonda's and Dee's branding training. I will be sending the post link shortly in our all-in Facebook mastermind group. Oh my gosh, what is this number 2? Are you feeling me here? There's got to be exclusivity. If you don't think people aren't thinking about this, you're crazy. Like I said, I do everything with a purpose and a reason. Number 3, take massive action, whatever it is, right? When you see these kind of posts, this is where I'm teaching you guys. This is where you guys freaking comment. Dang, I said freaking again. This is where you make comments. Because this right here is what sells. This, for people seeing number 2, all-in training, something exclusive, this is what puts people in motion. Hopefully I'm making sense to you guys. This is so powerful. This is after 9-some years I've learned on building businesses, and I want you guys to really take this in. You know what? I got Nathan jumping on light, loving it. I want to hear Nathan because I've been talking your stuff up, Nathan. Let's share. You know,
What's
did
up?
you see how I was doing this call? You're gonna have to go back through the recording, but man, I loved your training. It was from the conversation that we were having. You know, you have always just taken. We say to do this, and you do it, and then you do it more, and you're building your own tribe. Share something with me. I mean, the call last night was powerful. I'm sure you probably got another sale or 2 from it, but
yeah, you're exactly right, man. I mean, I've jumped on late and I just caught the tail end of this call, but I mean, you're totally right. It's so powerful that what you said, and I listened to you like a long time ago when you first started telling me about, everything you do is so calculated, and it took me a little bit of time to sort of realize that, and I did.
Especially when I joke around all the time, right? Yeah. Is this guy joking or not?
Yeah, totally, man. I'm like, I get what you're saying, but I don't know if it how much of a difference it really makes. But it does. It makes a huge difference, man. Like when someone, you know, first thing, you know, when someone gets welcomed to the team and they get all those welcomes, that initial step, and we've got that down really well as a tribe. We have that part down. That's brilliant.
People are, and you know what? When it keeps on going over and over, Nathan, people are so dialed into it. But it took a while, didn't it not?
Yes, it did.
Yep.
Yeah. And now the next step, and you're touching on this perfectly, and it's exactly right. But the next step is not for the person that gets started to be like, wow, I have to go all in, or I need to give up on this completely, because it's not about that. But it's the fact that, wow, these people that are really having the success that they want are the ones that are taking the massive action. Now, like I said in my training that I put up, that you've got up right there, is, look, if someone watches all of the 8 core commitments, which should be the first thing they do, if they watch the 8 core commitments, then, oh, you've got the slide there. Oh, cool. Yeah. So if they watch the...
Hey, just to let you know, Nathan, you're going to appreciate this, and Rhonda is. This is my first ever keynote. I was doing this during an hour before, so I made my first keynote.
Oh, that's great.
What do you think? How sweet does it look, dude?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks like you probably mom.
You know what? 'Cause I was going to do it, and then I saw it, and I went back through your video just to make sure that I wasn't repeating everything you're doing. I'm like, man, I got to make mine look badass, because otherwise, man, Nathan's going to look way better than me, so check this crap out.
You just copied mine. Oh, that's classic.
Anyway, keep going, dude. So here's your step number 2 on the 8 core commitments, and the one thing that I added, you might have missed this, Nathan. But the one thing that I added before that, just to get a better connection to us, I'm validating everything you're saying. If there's one thing that I would say to possibly do before the 8 core commitments is, hey, did you watch your last week's hangout or last night's hangout, and have them connect to us first before we pass them off to Dave Wood.
That's a good point. That's why you've been putting them in the welcome comments. Yeah, very good, very good point. Yes, no, that's a brilliant idea, because I've had a lot of people that are joining that have been following me because we've been doing the hangouts, and then they see the slide. Yes, so that is a very, very, very good key, which I did miss out. So yeah, definitely.
That's why I did this. It's to not take anything away. It's to build upon what you did. And I also knew that you had to chime it down. You had that 15-minute mark. So I wanted to make sure that what I want to do is eliminate freaking. I can't believe I guess I do say it a ton. Rhonda says, you said freaking on the webinar like 15 times last night. I said I did. And now I'm like catching myself everything. But it's to take it to the next high level of conversation. Sorry about that, Nathan. You keep on going.
No, that's key. I think you're totally right. And it's taken, it takes a while for you to realize how powerful it is, right? So, and you're exactly right there when, you say, connect them to the tribe, because I know now that when I welcome someone to the tribe, as soon as they get all those comments, it's like boom, 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 boom. Whoa, Lee, like I'm a part of this thing. And then the next day, they say welcome to the next person. And so yes, if you connect them to the team, then that's brilliant. And then once I just know, see the point I was getting at here as well, is like I know now, once they have seen the 8 core commitments, they know basically what it's going to take and what they need to do to have success here. And when they see all of these people, they see our leaderboards and they see our, the things that we're doing, even on our calls. So if they've watched the hangout, they'll see that we've been talking about the results. It will validate it for them, and I know that those people have seen the timer. And man, the $2,000 timer, it's a massive, massive discount.
Yeah.
People, it's a great opportunity for them. And really, if you want someone to have success, they're going to have to go all in. So you, like Brian was saying before, you're doing a disservice if you don't explain the opportunity that they have in front of them properly. Because you want them to get the most out of the opportunity. So you're touching it spot on with this webinar, man. I like it. I'm digging it.
No, very, very cool. It's the bottom line, and since you weren't here, and I think this is a great way to end it, Nathan and everybody on here, is what my intention of training is. So if I can summarize it up, it's to maximize your time in communication with your tribe members, hence income-producing activities. I mentioned it when I've been talking with you, Nathan. I said, you're going to hit a bottleneck on how you have your conversations, and you've tightened it up tremendously.
Yeah.
right?
Can I touch on that? Because I spent a lot of time,
I
a
know.
lot of time, and I know there's people in the All-In tribe now of having to 1 to 6 people on my team, right? I spent all of my time with those 5, 6 people. I spent so much time, and I think most of them ended up dropping off and not buying
Right.
anything more than 25 because I was draining them. I wanted them to do what I was doing, and it wasn't about that. Basically, I was wasting my time. I was doing them a disservice when I
Right.
should have just been plugging them into basically what I did. So the system and the process should be simple. But
Yes.
I overcomplicated it in the beginning until basically you told me, until I started realizing that, wow, I am the one, I'm actually driving them out by talking to them.
Right. You are the bottleneck. You are doing
Yeah.
them a disservice.
Yes, and so now that's when I figured, okay, I need to process this down a bit, and by doing exactly what you've been telling me, so it's spot on. And I know that there's people listening to the call now going, shit, I speak all the time to these new people, and I want to babysit them through. You're babysitting, and Dave would say this, you shouldn't really be coaching people until you're making 30 grand a month.
Right.
Because if you don't have you shouldn't be doing it. You're not
Right.
qualified to do that. You're limiting them. Yeah.
Now, it's so key, and to reiterate it one more time, every single thing that you're doing, they're replaying in their brain of what they have to do. And if you're babysitting and going through all this, they're like, whoa, I'm not going to do that. That looks like it sucks, all right? Nobody wants to do that. It sucks. And if I'm asking questions, that's why sometimes people aren't going to like what I say. But I'm setting a culture. There's going to be people that drop off. I'm setting what's going to happen from here on forward. And if we have higher level conversations, this is why it's for the all-in tribe right now. This is not for low-end. If we're having these high-powered conversations and we're essentially just welcoming people in and, hey, welcome all in, we were not going to have those conversations of, hey, you got to get the all-ins, inner circle, and oh, this is how you fix this problem, on how you put a picture up in the blog. Oh my gosh, we have to have high-end stuff, and it's gonna separate. You want to move with people that move, and right now, if you look at it, we have movers and shakers, and we have action going on. We have motion. And the only way that we can keep that going is if we eliminate these time-wasting activities. And if we're able to produce, where Nathan, awesome, dude. I didn't tell him to do that video that you saw on the All-In Tribe. I had a conversation with him, and he took action, and he did it. Nice. People, I want to throw this out. If you have something that you're like, and it's working, if you have some result in it, go ahead and share it. Don't wait for myself or Rhonda to produce it. Go ahead and take action. By Nathan going through that, I want to share another thing, the psychology. By Nathan doing that, is showing his authority in this tribe of ours. People are going to look in the all-in tribe like, man, he knows, he's doing stuff. Take action, man. And if we have the time to be able to create and not doing messaging and enabling people, we have the most effective time possible, and that's creativity and producing income-producing activities, right?
Totally.
Cool.
Exactly. Yeah, man. And touching on authority, right? I remember you in the beginning you wouldn't talk to me very much when I'd ask like 5 questions. It'd take about 5 questions to get one answer from you. And what it did was it created in my head this image of, oh, right, he's living this lifestyle, he doesn't want to, or, he values his time. I've always known you guys as you value your time and you're doing this for the lifestyle. So if I want to live this, it gave me the image from the beginning that if I want to live the lifestyle, I don't want to be messaging me. So that's why I didn't really send you a lot of messages in the beginning, because it didn't take me long to figure out that, oh, right, you're not the type of, I can't get you back and forth on conversations. And once I started applying the principles to my own business, now that I've once I got over the 50 people mark, I started to realize that, whoa, I need to streamline this more, otherwise I'm going to burn myself out and I can't keep up. And
right.
And what's happened is the less I have talked to people and the more I have streamlined my business, the more success not only I've had, but my team has had as well, because I'm not babysitting them through. So everybody else is having
Hallelujah.
no, no, actually, though, it is crazy, but, you know, it's hard to see it. It's hard to see it when you don't have, you know, all these, you're not in that position. But what happens, though, is it does. You actually start coming from this position of authority. People go, oh, no, I better, you know, if I'm going to ask Nathan a question, there better be a good point to it.
It better be spot on, man.
Yes, and if they're going to have, you know, if they want to connect with me, they know that, you know, they've got to be serious in doing this, basically. And it's, yeah, just the more scarce I have become myself, the more success my team has had.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Eliminate unneeded conversations, wasting time. Develop new tribe members into tribe leaders right from the beginning. That's why you shot that video. Awesome. How do we do that? Have them go all in. Why do we have them go all in? Because you know you're putting them at the best possible position they can be at, both financially and mentally. And when I'm saying financially, so if they're going to have a sale and somebody's going to buy, you better be buying it from you. And the switch happened when you went all in, right? And you have a vested interest. I know without a shadow of a doubt, the faster they're able to get all in, not to just make money, that's not what it's about, but I know they have a way higher chance of success for going all in right from the beginning than if they just tiptoe. And after like a month of being all in, just like, and you know what, Nathan, I got to share this with you. I went back to that video last night because I've been posting it like crazy. I'm like, man, I haven't listened to it for a while, and that's why we're going to do a business plan when I'm with Justin and Dee, Rhonda, and I. We're going to do it probably next Wednesday, an updated one. It's going to be so freaking badass too. Anyway, but it's talking about the business plan and taking that next step, putting them in that position, man. So. Yeah, that's it, man. Using the tools and using the most effectiveness. The best way that you can utilize your time is to take the pressure off yourself and share that video like what I share with Nathan. I share that video with Nathan and me all the time. It's the most ridiculous of us just sitting drinking beers and cocktails on the Caribbean. And I told Nathan, I go, that video will make you 6 figures plus, and it'll make our tribe 6 figures plus because it's real, it's authentic, and you know what? Anybody asks me a question, I always do this too. Even when somebody just rant, you know, just if they just went on, I'm like, oh man, that's great. Hey, be sure to watch this video because you want people once they do, there's the buyer's remorse too. That's a thing that you know. This is even a higher end. This is like kind of higher end level than what mainly. If you're brand new to all in, this is even higher end. But a lot of people, you buy something, you're like, oh, you got buyer's remorse. Man, you want to feel good about it. That's why when somebody just buys, I'm like, hey, check this out. You got to watch this. It's powerful, man. It's powerful.
Yeah, totally, man. Key.
Awesome. I'm stoked.
I'm glad I came on, man. I'm glad I jumped out because I mean, yeah, I guess I'm the validation of what you've been talking about because I mean, it took me a while for these ideas and concepts to really click. I'm not going to lie, it did. You know, you always talked about, you know, don't overcomplicate it with your people. Don't over talk to them. Because I was grinding, thinking that I have to really grind to get this off the ground, you know, and by doing what you said and by really simplifying everything, it actually has made life a whole lot easier. And you know, now we've got more time to do things like that. but it really,
you know, right. It gives you the time, and that's what we're here for. And you know what? We're going to go see Fish tomorrow night. So yeah.
Enjoy.
Absolutely. Right on. And here's another cool thing, people, especially for the people that are, you know, just listening to this for the first time. You know, if you, you know, we're mentors first, but we get to hang out and stuff. And if you're cool, you know, you might be going to fish shows or hanging out in the Caribbean or somewhere around the world. We have something that no one else that I've seen in this industry has shared or brought to life, and my mission and goal is to have it change and to have what we like to have this it's never going to be the norm, but we have something unique, you know it, Nathan. There are people that are on this call that have been around for a while. We have something that people want to be a part of. If you look at our Facebook group, I have like, I think about 80 people trying to get into our group. No, it's for us. It's for us, man. So, yeah. Cool, guys. All right, over and out. What are you gonna do today, Nathan? How's your day starting?
I'm actually going to go see some family, catch up with family and friends. It's been a while.
Nice, dude.
I've only got 2 weeks and I'm back on the road, so I've got to make the most of it, you know.
All right. Well, cheers, guys. Go out, use these principles, watch this replay again, because I can, from what I've shared on this, you're going to want to listen to it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Nathan was in my presence, and I had to beat it into his head. It probably, you have to hear it over and over and over again. And
it's very important. It's very, very key. It seems like it's not, because it seems like you're just kind of joking around when you're writing some of this stuff. It doesn't seem like it matters, but it really does. Everything has got a purpose with directing people to the next event, the next thing. It's it's amazing.
You got it.
Cool, man.
All right, guys, let's rock and roll. Hoochie-coo. Over and out. Cheers.